Hello guys, Cambridge English Think Exams, listening exam. Let's listen.
Track 1.30. You will hear people talking in 8 different situations. For questions 1 to 8, choose the best answer, A, B or C. 1. You hear a boy talking about how he got his name.
Sometimes I'm surprised I ever got a name at all. You see, my dad's Portuguese and my mum's English, and they had real trouble choosing a name. Of course, my dad wanted to go for a Portuguese name, and my mum wanted one that was more English. But they decided it was only fair to choose a name that was easy to say in both languages. The problem was that there aren't really that many options, and since they already had 3 boys, they were running out of names. I spent the first 2 weeks of my life nameless. And what did they come up with in the end? Bob.
2. You hear a girl talking on her phone.
Well, the thing is that Mum says if I want a sleepover for my birthday, then I can only have 2 friends. So that would be you and Julia. But what about Lucy? I mean, she's not going to be happy, is she? I begged Mum to let me have 3, but she says if I want to invite more friends, then it's got to be a party or a cinema trip. She says my room's not big enough for 4 of us to sleep in. I said we could sleep in the living room, but she said no way. I suppose I could have a party. It would probably be fun, but a sleepover's way more fun. I don't know. What do you think?
3. You hear part of an interview with a footballer.
So, what's the hardest part of your job?
That's a tough question. I mean, there are a few things I suppose I find difficult. I guess most people might think it would be all the training, but I really like that. No, that's no problem at all. The fans can be a bit cruel at times, especially if you've had a bad game. That can be difficult, but as long as you try your best, they're usually okay. They forgive you pretty quickly. I suppose it must be having to work every Saturday and not being able to spend time with the kids. That can be tough.
4. You hear 2 friends talking about a camping trip.
You do a lot of camping, don't you, Alan? Got any advice?
Steve, you're not going camping, are you? I don't believe it. I never thought I'd see you go...
I know. I thought I'd give it a go.
You'll love it. It's brilliant.
So, what do I need then? I mean, I've got nothing.
OK, well, obviously you need a tent. You should go for something light and easy to put up. Then you'll need a sleeping bag and something to cook on. Again, go for something light. Remember, you've got to carry everything. Keep it light. That's the secret.
Actually, my dad's going to take us to the campsite, so that's not such a problem.
What? You're getting a lift to the campsite? That's not camping.
5. You hear a local news report.
When street cleaner Clive Roberts found a brown paper bag containing £10,000 inside one of the bins he was emptying, he didn't think twice about what to do with it. He walked straight to the nearest police station and handed it in. The thought that he might keep it never entered his mind. Clive, who's been praised by the local police for his actions, might still discover that honesty is the best way. If the money isn't claimed within the next 30 days, he'll find himself £10,000 richer.
6. 2 friends are talking about a party.
Josh, I'm so sorry I missed your party.
That's all right, Chloe. Though everyone asked where you were. What happened?
You're not going to believe it. My dad made us all get up early to go on a really long bike ride. Anyway, I was already feeling tired because I hadn't slept well. It was the last thing I needed. But you know my dad.
He wasn't taking no for an answer.
Exactly. So we got back at about 2 and I thought I'd just watch a bit of TV before getting ready for your party and...
You dozed off in front of the TV?
That's right. When I woke up, it was already 5. I was so cross with my dad. I tried to text you, but my phone was out of credit. Anyway, I feel really bad about it.
Don't worry, so long as you've got me a nice big present.
7. You hear a girl talking about a difficult decision.
So, what's the most difficult decision you've ever made, Ali?
It was probably when I had to choose which subjects to take at school. I was only 13 and I had to choose which 9 subjects to study at exam level. The problem was that I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life. So it was tricky knowing which exams I'd need. My dad was saying I should do all the sciences because that would lead to a good job. I should say that he's a scientist. Although I didn't want to let him down, I thought, this is my life I'm making decisions about, and one thing I do know is that I don't like science.
8. You hear a book review on the radio.
Wild Country by Margaret Johnson is a short novel written for learners of English. My teacher recommended it to give me some extra reading practice. I was really happy to be able to read a book in English, so that made me feel good. I should say I'm not a big fan of romantic stories, but I really enjoyed it. It had quite a bit of adventure too, to keep things exciting. But I think what really brought the story alive were the main characters, Tess and Grant. They were really convincing, and I loved the way that their relationship slowly grew stronger. I would highly recommend this book to all learners of English.
Okay, listening part is over. Part 2, story. Your English teacher, me, has asked you to write a short story for the school's news website. The story must begin or end with the following words. That's name. Why did my parents give me that stupid name? Okay? Vocabulary. She worked very hard for years before she started to make a name for herself in the theater. Make a name. Be famous. The company was in trouble until they started making some new products. If you cheat during the exam, you will take you out of the exam room and destroy your paper. I like so many different kinds of music. Basically, you name it, I like it. He tried to look at another boy's test, but the teacher saw him, so he didn't get away with it. I think it's so childish when you call other people names. We didn't like our old logo, so we got a new one designed. It's on our website now. Did you eat the last piece of apple pie? Come on, tell me the truth. 9. We started with just one shop, but now we have a chain of 20. I know you took my things without asking. Why don't you just own up to it? It's pretty late. I think I have to. It's pretty late. I think I have to blah blah now, okay? I have to go now. I really wish we out to eat more often. I wish we went out. I'll call you the film finishes, okay? I'll call you when the film finishes, okay? I'm going to the bed. Until I finish this book. It's brilliant. I'm not going to bed unless I finish this book. You'll never be his friend until you go and talk to him. So we need to change them. I'm not going to bed until I finish this book. You'll never be his friend unless you go and talk to him. If you don't go and talk to him, you'll never be friends, it means. I'm not going to bed until I finish this book. It's brilliant. When I finish this book, I will go. That means. Functional language. I think we ought to go now. That's a shame. If only you could stay a little longer. Listen, we mustn't miss the train tomorrow morning. You're right. I better not forget to set the alarm on my phone. Hey, stop! You can't come in here. You're too young. Sorry, but I really want to see the film. I wish I were, not would. I were 18 already. Patrick, blah 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 blah, come to the party. If he'd known, so would have come. Yeah, it's a shame. If only we would told him earlier. This is the end of our lesson. See you.